angle here. How is everybody doing? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this collection. Try to move around over a little bit. Of course, we have some hair that already entered the chat. I'm so sorry about that. We got a fur baby here, so the likelihood of that is a very, very high. Okay. Just gonna try to get all of these beautiful colors so that we can see them in all their glory. I'm gonna quickly get this sent out, just 1 second. If there's any shaking on the screen, I apologize. Okay, so share post, just sharing to our nail squad notification and to Madam Glam, because today is launch day. Okay, let's see here. Madam Glam, nail squad. My next VIP order, I'm gonna have to get me some cuticle oil because these phalanges are very much in need. Nail squad, perfect. It like disappeared. 1 second. Okay, perfect. Sent. Okay, share. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly just grab my swatch sticks. Have some ASMR moments. Hello, hello, everybody joining. How is everybody doing today? Okay. I'm just going to grab out 8 swatch sticks just so they're ready to hand. 3, 4, 5. We need 1 more. Perfect. So this collection is incredibly special to me, and if you guys were around for last year's launch, then you know why. And that's because I got to be the brand ambassador. Hello, hello to everyone joining. I got to be the brand ambassador and face for last year's June collection. And let me tell you, it was all the things. I'm going to quickly grab it. And if you do have Neon Unity, or if you want Neon Unity, it is still available on their website. They actually just recently brought it back. And so the reason why I'm bringing it up is because if you put these 2 Pride collections together, oh Malanta. Okay, this is where my hands are about to be really dry because we are busting out the rubbing alcohol. So these were the bottles from last year for my collection. And as you guys can see, they followed suit. So my collection has the white writing, and the new collection has the black writing. So I got super, super emotional over all that magic. Let me quickly just, I swear, I dust my bottles weekly, and I just don't know where. I think it's just nail dust, to be honest. Where the dust comes from. Thank you for the thumbs up. Okay. Gina, happy Pride, beautiful. How are you doing, honey bunch? Bunches of oats. So, just so you can see the fantasy, I am going to bring up nice and close. So this was the colors from last year's collection. So as you can see, they broke it up with creams and neons as well, but they had more of like a syrup. Now these creams and neons, hot damn, with the mixture of these guys, you have all, hello Millie, you have all of the neon magic that you need. So I'm just gonna put my collection down for a second. My hair is making me 8 feet tall in this rain. Girl, if that is not me, my hair just expands. So we are going to start off with the beautiful model, the orange, and then we're going to go through all of these all of these colors. Right? Curly girls unite. If you know, you know. I also did want to show you guys, so I'm going to be doing a demo today. So it's going to be either, ooh, let me wipe that. Of course, there's always puppy fuzz everywhere. Okay, well, the puppy fuzz is going to be a part of it. So we have pop art with the yellow, so cute. We have the anxiety M&M. Anxiety. And then we have, this one is very special to me. This has the beautiful POC, Trans Lives Matter, and the rainbow. This is the flag. Probably that way. So I thought that this was the perfect way to showcase all the colors. The only color I added was Legacy, because come on. And I also included Pride rainbow ribbon for our loved ones that are both here and that have passed. We have some tie-dye, because you know your girl has got to do some tie-dye. And then last but not least, we have some checkerboard realness, because if you were around for last year, you know I did a special RuPaul checkerboard nail. So I wanted to kind of pay homage to that. So for anybody that's just joining, later on I can recreate one of these nails, and we'll definitely do a poll in the chat to figure out which one you guys would like to see. But I try to throw all of my creative magic up in here because Pride is about so many things, and that includes self-expression, safety, being you unapologetically, and love, because that's what it's all about. So I'm going to move these girls on over, and we're going to start to get up close and personal with these gorgeous brand new 8 Soak Off gels. So first up, because you know we have this sexy model in the house. So the first one is Electric Tangerine. And as I was saying, the alcohol is completely dehydrated my phalanges, so they're going to be looking very special. I have to get some cuticle oil shortly. But is this not such a sexy, this is giving me tangerine creamsicle vibes. It is so bright and beautiful. So this is a part of the cream collection. There's 4 creams, 4 glitter neons. So we'll swatch that one first. You're so cute, Gina. I borrowed my best friend's jean jacket for this because, you know, it was real. Okay, so I'm going to pop on some gloves because safety matters. And especially as nail tech content creators, we touch so much chemicals and overexposures where the allergies come in. So, okay, so first off, let me just open this up. It has the round bottle brushes that I am in love with. Look at that. Creamy and dreamy, perfect for application. So I'm going to show you on a clear swatch stick because I think that's one of the best ways for you to see the opacity. And on the glitter ones, they are going to be a little bit more, how do I say it, like a bit more definitely syrup-like, and you definitely want to build it up, whereas you can go with 1 or 2 coats with this guy. So I am just going to show you just one swoop. Do you see the coverage on there? It's crazy. Okay, so let's just... And what I love about those bottle brushes is you can get all tight in the cuticle area. It just looks perfect. Okay, so that is the first coat. As you saw, that went on like a dream. Hello, Mytel, how are you? How is this shade for a pumpkin? I think this would make the perfect pumpkin. So speaking of pumpkins, let me just grab my stitch here. So as you see, this would make such a nice pumpkin, and then you do your shading and everything. So it is, I screamed when I first saw it, And I instantly thought, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna be busting that out for all of, isn't it beautiful? For all of the, what's it called? Halloween magic and realness. So I did also want to read out, let me quickly just grab about Neon Wave, as this is in the lamp. So first off, they send their influencers this write-up. I'll quickly show it. So it's this little write-up of information. Basically, Neon Wave. June shines with bold energy and radiant color. A celebration of individuality, joy, and the sunlit days ahead. Meet brand new 8 Soak Off gels. Celebrate your true colors with vivid, lasting shades that speak of pride, freedom, and summer's glowing spirit, where every hue is a tribute to the love. Oh my gosh, my heart is a tribute to love in all forms and the confidence to shine bright. This June, step into a sun-kissed spectrum of color where dreamy brights collide with a touch of electric charm. Our newest collection pairs smooth, creamy neons with sparkling finishes to bring you a vibrant twist on neons. Bold yet soft, joyful yet refined. It's your moment to glow with pride and play with colors like never before. Turn up the color this season with Neon Wave Collection, an electrifying mix of 4 bold neon creams and 4 dazzling neon glitters, designed to celebrate self-expression, sunshine, and all things vibrant. This lineup is your go-to for statement nails that radiate confidence, whether you're sparkling in the sun or glowing after dark. Each shade a burst of bold energy and unapologetic pride. Oh my heart! Have you got a chance to try their new keratin base coat? I have not, and I want to so bad. So Madam Glam, for anybody that's not familiar, their gels are made with you and the planet in mind. 100% vegan, cruelty-free, 21 free. That means it's free of 21 harmful toxins that are found in your normal polishes. Palm oil free and HEMA free. Every formula is designed to deliver vibrant, long-lasting color without compromise. So you can wear your favorite shades with pride, knowing they're as kind as they are bold. Oh my gosh, my heart. Yeah, I'm obsessed with their base coats, and now they have the round bottle brushes on them, so I'm very excited about all of that magic. So you guys see this cures like a dream. I am going to go in for that second coat. I saw pesky hair on there, like how rude. Come on now. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love. So their brand ambassador of the year, Kelly, went live, and when I tell you the nails she did with the pigment powder, pop off. She did amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in. So that is the first color. And I am gonna quickly just grab a top coat. We definitely need a top coat and some matte. Because why not? I'm like, where did my top coat run off to? Girl, you know we had a mission today. And she was right here. How can you leave me? There we go. She tried to forsake me. Just got your IG notification. Which IG notification was that, honey bun? Oh, for the live? Oh, you think it may work really well? Oh, see, that's the one thing that hurts when it takes forever for those notifications to go out, because sadly that means that not a lot of people are going to get to see the live if it doesn't get sent out, right? So I'm just getting their no wipe. This is the end. I'm really happy they sent me a new one. When you do nails like I do, you can run through this like water. There we go. One luscious coat. So because I'm getting to the bottle, like the end of the bottle, I'm just swatching. Normally I would kind of wipe off any tacky inhibition layer, but ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm going to switch out, as that is in the lamp, I'm going to switch out the color. So I'm just going to show you for anybody that's just joining. This is Electric Tangerine. Oh, you put my notifications on? Thank you, sweetheart. So you don't miss any of the magic. Okay, I'm going to quickly... Yes, ma'am. I'm going to quickly just take off my gloves, because let me tell you, switching out the practice hand, I need my phalanges. I can't be messing around. So I definitely think the next color that we should do is another one of the creams. And so this one's very interesting. I think this one is more on the syrup, like more on the syrup side, if that makes sense. But once you do 2 thin coats, you are going to be surprised at the pop of this yellow. Now, in preparation for launch day, I did swatch each of these for the hand, because I wanted you to be able to see. So this is zesty. So come on, we are not, if anything, we are very zesty in the queer community. And I just loved the fact that it had that name, right? If this doesn't wake you up and energize you, I don't know what you need, baby. But as you can see, as it falls away from like the outer of the brush, you can see it's more of that like syrupy formula, but look how beautiful that is. So with that being said, let me show you what two hot coats look like. Hot girl summer. Look at that. Hello, Alhia. How are you doing? Is this not crazy? And it matches the bottle like crazy. I just want to petition Madam Glam to just do bottles like this, because I'm so in love. I know it probably costs more, but it's so beautiful. So this is their zesty. Oops, we're covering it up. There is zesty. So we're going to get into that. And I really think showing the swatches on the hand just gives that extra oomph that we need very much. Exact match, right? It's perfect. It's a Cinderella. Okay, so we got a Ravenquake in the house. Okay, so we're gonna pop that. Now, hold your breath, because she bright. I'd like to give a little wipe just in case. Again, for anybody that's new to the channel, we have fur babies here. So the likelihood is that there's going to be some hair. But it's so worth it, because those little angel babies are everything. I had my walks with the puppies earlier. I had so much fun. So do you see how this just effortlessly glides on the nail? This is why I'm a Madam Glam girly for life. Like the way it just glides on that nail is everything. Hi, Lou. How are you doing, beautiful? If you guys want to see a phenomenal nail artist, check out Nails by Vida Lu Gu. She is amazing, and she is a proud Like, she explains about her, like, living with vitiligo, and I love how she put her name in it. It's just so sweet. She is so very talented, and if you follow her, you will not be disappointed, let me tell you. So for anybody that's just joining, I've got these nails. So we have some pop art, M&M, pride flag. You know your girl had to do tie-dye because my heart is tie-dye. And then last but not least, we got some checkerboards. There's this viral pool nail that I wanted to try out with the Aqua Shine. So there's a chance we might play around with that too. Hi, chick. Oh, I love when she goes, hi, chickens. She's so sweet. How are you doing, honey? Whenever you watch her videos, it's just like the dopamine rush of dopamines. She is an angel, and just, yeah, don't sleep on our nail sissies. You got to make sure you follow them so you can see all the amazing things they're working on. Okay, so this is that second coat. And again, if you don't do the 2 coats, I think it's a little bit too see-through, so you can kind of, it's a bit too sheer. But look at that 2 coat, like everything. So I'm just going to quickly pop that in the lamp. Just saw there's a tiny part. I missed. My OCD will not allow me. No nail swatch left behind. Just quickly covered that. It was just literally the tiniest corner there. And I was like, nope. So let's pop that in. I think it's amazing because in this nail community, we've all found each other. Hi, Riri. Hi, beautiful. We've all found each other, and no matter what, like, we struggle with or we go through, I think nails are that great equalizer and brings us all together, and we can just share our art no matter what's going on. And I think that that's really beautiful. Oh, we're doing good, Riri. How are you doing, sweetheart? So we are just swatching Zesty, which I'm going to quickly put a little bit of a top coat on, and then we're going to switch out to the next color. I also want to have a moment where I turn off the lights and just show you with my flashy, because these are black light reactive. So what that means is it doesn't glow in the dark, but if you have a black light, it will glow fluorescent. So that is always fun. I call that rave nails. Okay, so we just got a nice luscious coat on there. Gonna pop that in. Oh, you're tickety boo. Oh, I love that. That makes me so happy, honey. My dad is actually in the UK, so all of the sayings I usually end up saying as well, because that's just family. Okay, so that is put in. I'm going to give one more show of the Zesty before I put on the next one. I really love this format of stuff. I just think it just showcases the colors so much better. So just bear with me because we're going to be doing some switching out. We're doing some quick changes here. So this is Zesty. I just joined. I was wondering if you have any tips on what tips I should use. A double tip situation. So I do, actually. So first off, I just wanted to show Zesty. So these tips that I have in her right now. Oh, hi, Ange. Oh, Nana. Oh my gosh, how are you doing, honey? And okay, so let me just quickly put this down before I go into the tips. So my favorite tips that I use religiously are from Nail Couture. I'm obsessed. But the tips that I currently have in the hand right now are Model 1's, excuse the dust, soft gel tips. So I really love these for when I'm doing creations on my hand. And again, you can use any one that you want, but I really love these little almond babies for when you are kind of doing like test practice nails. That match blows my mind. Which match, honey? I was like, tell me. Okay, so I'm going to quickly switch out Zesty so we can keep it moving and grooving, but I'm so in love. Absolutely beautiful. As I hurt the model here. Don't mean to hurt you, baby girl. Okay, so we're gonna switch this out. Oh, the color match, right? It's perfect. It is so on point. So now that we have done a few of the creams, I want to show you one of the neon glitters. So that is going to be the lime. And this lime, y'all, you're not even prepared for this. The shimmer on this is crazy. It just adds such definition. Oh, I'm so glad that Angel, if I could pop through and give you a hug, I would. I'm so glad to have you here, honey. So I said this nail family is so beautiful, and I don't know where I'd be without them. I don't want to think about it because you guys have so fast become such a large part of my life. So the green I was talking about is this baby, Lime Rush. Again, the sexy bottle brushes, that round. Look at that, which means when you're going into your cuticle, it's absolutely perfect. But let me see if I can put my flash on. You see that shimmer? I'm gonna have to turn my light down just so you can see the pop of it because it is so bright. Ooh la la, mood lighting. Bam! And the bottles have a shimmer, if you can see. So again, we have that perfect match. This to me, just my little mermaid heart was swooning. It is so pretty. And if I bring it nice and close up, you can see all those like little yellow shimmers. Yeah, right? Your Virgo heart. Mine too, sissy. Mine too. It is just everything. Look at that pop of as soon as I turn on that light. You can see all of that shimmer. I love that they have the swatch caps. I'm going to clean her finger off in a second. I love that they have the swatch caps. They're everything. Okay, let's just clean up baby girl because she's already getting... So one thing you'll know about the silicone practice hand is that everything sticks to it. Which, honestly, this is the best practice hand I've ever had. I treat her as such. She's my little angel. My wife paid enough for her crepes. But if you take good care of them, they'll also take care back. So that's just a little bit of alcohol. That will dry with the quickness. Oh my gosh! Hello, Mama Does Nails. Okay, y'all, you have to see Mama's live from earlier because she slayed to no end. She did what needed to be done. And the Wicked trailer, I am so excited about. This collection is definitely giving Elphaba and Glinda. Elphaba and Glinda. So, yeah, don't come for me for my dry phalanges, okay? I am touching a lot of acetone, okay? I can't help it. Okay, so let me show you this glitter, because we got all up close and personal. How are you doing, Mama? Okay, so I was mentioning the sheerness. So it is sheer, but it can be built up quite quickly, and a little bit goes a long way. So though it's sheer, it can get built up right quick. And as you see, I do this little, like a scrub motion, and that just gets that cuticle completely snatched. So again, that is one coat, y'all. Is that not crazy? But as you can see with the light on, you see where there's a little bit of thinness, right? So that's why I do like to do 2 coats. If I turn off the light, you can't even see it until I have that hand underneath. But I'm gonna pop that in the lamp. So for anybody that's just joining, you're in a world of pain. Oh, sissy, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's because you slayed earlier. You did a full set, and the body, she is screaming now. For anybody that's just joining, these are the test nails. So keep those in mind for what you're going to want to see later on today. I think this would be really fun to recreate, but we'll see what everybody's feeling. Okay, let's get another coat up in here. Doesn't want to focus. There we go. Now, sometimes you'll see where I have a lot of product. I am not worried about that because as I swipe, I remove any excess and just put that back in the bottle. But yeah, with these bottles, the brush, you get a perfect application every time. That is so gorgeous. Mama, I'm putting healing hands on you, honey. I hate to hear you in any kind of pain. So I'm just going to top coat that one and then we can move on to the next color. So we're just going to pop that in for 30 seconds. Aww. See, this is why I love our nail family. We all rise up to give our love and to make sure our sisters are doing good. So that is Lime Rush. And this gives me a rush. Oh my Lanta. Like, ooh wee. She is way too beautiful. So as that is in the lamp, again, I'm just going to do a quick top coat to that. But I am going to switch out. So you know, for anybody that's been on this channel for a long time, I am the blue charm sister. Blue is one of my soul colors besides the damn rainbow. But I'm a mermaid, and so I really gravitate to sea colors. And the blue that they've given us, Aqua Shine, when I say this is going to just snatch your wig. And I gotta say it because we're in Pride Month, okay? So the drag queens talk a lot about wigs being snatched, and yours is about to feel the same way when you see this blue. So first of all, I am just going to grab the bottle for you. So this is Aqua Shine. Now, as you guys can see, a little bit of a hint is this shine and shimmer here means this is going to be one of their neon glitters, y'all. Let me just quickly pop this open. Look at this. Right, Mama, our nail family shows up. Like, are you kidding me? But now I'm going to show you the importance of lighting. Because bam, see how that instantly changes? And a little bit of light, there you go. You can see all of the things and definitely all of that shine and those little shimmers in there. Right? Is that not so beautiful? So I'm going to show you the full hand swatch because y'all, you ain't prepared. Look at this. Honestly, the moment I saw this, my heart just leapt out of my chest. And that's why I wondered if this would be good for those viral pool nails. So I wanted to try those again. So depending on which nail we choose, if we have some extra time, then we can play around with that viral pool. But isn't that so pretty? So in love. So let's get into swatching that. Put her down on her little pedestal with her little jean jacket. This is a fancy little miss over here. Right? Isn't the blue stunning? It definitely stole my heart. Okay, so once we have that in the lamp, I can top coat the other girl. Okay. I just got your YouTube Shorts notification. Oh, that's good, because it literally just went live like at 2 o'clock my time. So that's good. Honestly, I really appreciate you letting me know when things are being notified and when they're not. Because my last few lives, actually, I asked I asked from the community and they actually did not get any form of notification. So that's hard, especially for smaller content creators. if it's not even going out to the people that have your stuff on notification, that's kind of tough. Do you see that shimmer? Y'all, this sells itself. I don't gotta say nothing. Look at that. Oh my goodness. This is why I said, honestly, I want to do the viral pool nails with this, because that's crazy. That is so beautiful. Let me just pop that in. As that is baking, I'm going to put a top coat on your girl. Okay, let's get that. I'm definitely going to have to grab my new top coat. Like, this is crazy. I'm definitely on the end of this girly pop. There we go. It's like once you get enough, it glides, but at first when there's not enough, it's a sticky mess. Weather notification. Rain is expected to end eventually. Oh, okay. That's good. I hope so. Damn. Honestly, we were in our very rainy season, so it was just rain, 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 and we couldn't say anything about it because it's like, hello, you're in Vancouver, British Columbia. It is going to very much rain. But being in like a coastal, being near the ocean, the rain is very needed, especially because we have issues of forest fires. So I try not to ever complain when we have rain because it is so needed for the environment, period. So it's like, okay, damn. I'm not going to complain about that because forest fires are so devastating that we do not want any of that. So I'm about to switch this guy out, this girly pop, because we did the 2 swatches. So again, that's Aqua Shine for anybody that's looking. Aqua Shine with a side of Kovu hair. 1 second. Free with every purchase. Oh my Lanta, Kovu. See, he's like, you're cheating on me, you're walking other dogs. I'm going to put this on everything. Look at that, it keeps coming back. 1 hair is all it takes. Falling in love with me. I told you guys, this is silicone. It's going to shtick. Right? You need this color. This color's everything. Okay, so that is half of the collection swatched. I want to move on to one of my very favorite colors. Because, you know, there's never enough colors. It's so funny. Each color speaks to me different, and I think it just, when you have a proper gradient, it really helps you, like especially when you're creating, let's just slide over here, like character art and stuff. You need so many different, shades and gradients and all of the things. Sorry, is someone going to bed? Millie! Hi, beautiful! I know, I was up for Mama's live at like 3 a.m. in the morning. So I appreciate you being here equally as late. So next up, we have a color that has stolen my heart. It is called Raspberry Kiss. And let me tell you, it's another shimmer. It is so beautiful. But what I love about this is it gives very much Crimson Goddess. Do you see how it almost, you're only staying up for me, I love you. Do you see how it has almost like a chrome-like finish? It's very, very pretty. And I'm gonna show you the full hand swatch in just a second. This is a Millie color? Millie, honey. I wish you were here from the beginning because I've been showing full hand swatches of these girly pops so you can see. But you can't tell me that this does not have like a chrome finish to it. There is like a chrome in there and shimmer. This is one of my favorites. It is so beautiful. So let's pop her over here. Hello, Diamond. You have one job, and that is to hold up little Angelina. Okay? Don't make me mad now. You gotta cuss it out sometimes. And then she starts moving on her own, and then sometimes that scares me because she's not alive. But I shouldn't say that to her because, you know, we spend a lot of time together. Maybe she feels alive. Okay, so let's get up close and personal with this Raspberry Kiss. This one makes me want to shake my thing on the Vegas Strip. Oh my god, I love that. Yeah, this is a very stunning color, and it's one of those that, again, you don't have to do any nail art. It's so beautiful. You just pop this on, and it is the nail art, you know? The shimmer, the chrome. It almost has like this metal finish. Like what I think of like a pink gunmetal. Like it's just, it's so pretty. And unlike the Aqua Shine and the lime, do you see how pigmented that is? That's one coat on a clear. It completely just hugs the nail. It just goes on like butter. I should have been turning off the lights for like the yellow and orange. Hello, Wanli. The yellow and orange and all the different colors. So I think what I'm gonna do towards the end is I'll do a swap out of like one of each of the neons and then shine the light so that you can see how bright it is, because it's crazy, crazy bright. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly pop my gloves on for a second, even though I'm gonna have to take them right off when I go to put the swatches back in. So we have 3 colors, and I have another favorite coming up called Barbie Land. This is one of the juiciest neons that they have that are like bold cream neons. So we're just gonna put another coat, even though we don't need that, because like, come on. We're gonna put a thin coat there. Thank you to everybody that's popping in and joining the last few streams. I have been also including my character art in the corner. There is a reason for that. I am going to be starting to do very special lives where we do a paint with me and we do a vote on like 4 different characters that you can choose from. And then we're going to do a paint with me, and then you guys can send in your creations, and then those will also be featured. Look at that. Ooh, okay, yes, sister. Okay, let's have a little talk on that, because I've had some companies that have also sent me out those liquid chromes. This is what they look like. So it's like a bottle. Let me shake it up. Do you see the liquid magic inside? So if you do want me to show you this later, I can show you, or I can do a special live on how these work. But basically, you're going to want to do the same as like normal chrome application. Don't fall, baby girl. What's wrong? Do you want me to talk to you? So similar to regular chrome application, I'm going to have to start yelling at her. She's trying to dance. You want to start off with whatever base color you want, or clear, or what have you, because the iridescent nails are really pretty. But you need to make sure that you use a no wipe top coat. Then you cure that for only 30 seconds, and then you're going to burnish. So you're going to put that chrome either on a sponge or directly on the nail. Wait a minute for it to dry, and then burnish it in. So I can actually like show you it live in action if you'd like to see that later on. If you fall asleep, I can also go live another time earlier on and then show you how all of that works. So we already did the 2 coats for this stunning color. Just gonna pop this over here. So we're just gonna do some top coats for a second. This is getting really bad because all of my product is, because I'm literally turning it over and getting it, and then it falls down the side of the cap, but it's because there's like nothing left. So that's also why I wanted the gloves, because this is about to be a messy job. See, there's not even anything in there. One second, let me just clean this girl up. Angelina is trying to shake her thing, right? She is celebrating Pride, y'all. This is the most movement Angelina's ever done. She is dancing to Todrick right now. She's twerking. But these colors are so bright and beautiful that I'm not even mad at her. I understand exactly why she's trying to move all over the place. Oh, I would love that. I will tell them. See, the only thing is that you really have to source proper bottles, because if you don't source out the proper bottles, it will literally dehydrate and like evaporate in the bottle, and then you have a little bit of problems. But again, if you know how to rehydrate it, then you don't. It's like the gift that keeps on giving, because obviously the chrome powder that's in there is not going to just hop away. But the carrier, which is similar to like an acetone or a dehydrator, that's what typically starts to evaporate if there isn't adequate, like if the bottle's not proper. So I've had that for over almost a year, and the evaporation's been pretty small, so I do love that. Right? With the denim, it's so sexy. Okay, so for anybody that's just joining, I'm going to pop out the current swatches so that you can see what we're working with. And then I'm going to move on to Barbie Land next. Then Healing Pink and Purple Buzz. So I'm going to quickly... And I actually made this today with some ribbon for our loved ones that are both here and that have passed. I did want to do a special nail. That's why I did this nail with the Black Lives and Trans Lives. Because the amount of trans people that are being attacked recently and drag queens is just disgusting. And I think a lot of the time in the LGBT community, we talk a lot about, you know, lesbians and gay boys, but we don't talk about people that might not identify like that may be non-binary or born in the wrong body, trans. And everybody's beautiful. And so I really wanted to do this nail because I think that this is really everything wrapped up. And speaking, you know, as a queer woman, I have dealt with my own discrimination, and then when we put that into being a woman of color and queer, it is not easy. So I have really tried to show visibility and love and a space for all, because no matter if you are an ally or you are queer, you deserve a safe space, you know? So these are the swatches so far, and you can't tell me these aren't sexy. Let me just turn off the light so we can do a little, show you how they are. And it is very bright over here, so it's not going to be like as bright, but these are reactive. So you'll kind of see they start to glow, of course, because all the light is here. It's not shining as bright, but it is so pretty. But yeah, we're in the West Coast and it's very bright right now, so it's hard to show how bright, but in the lamp they're like glowing. Aww. Yeah, let people be who they are. They're not hurting anybody. And that's exactly what it is. So especially in the queer community, people get really annoyed when it comes to pride. They're like, why are you in our face and this and that? And it's like, what you forget is that there's been generations before us that have just been fighting for basic rights, you know? And with the climate, the political climate of today, people that said, oh, well, those things don't matter, are seeing that so many people's rights are being taken away, right? Women's rights, rights of trans individuals. Like there's so many people that just got disbanded from the army because of being trans. And I think what's in your pants that should not even be a thing brought up. If you're fighting for your country, it should be left at that. Exactly. We're all human. So it doesn't matter if you are not, you know, a part of the LGBT community. Just having an ally there and standing up for people is huge, you know? So it affects way more than you think. And even if you're not a part of the community, I guarantee you, you know somebody who is. Like me. But I just, that's why I also really love Madam Glam, is they have never shined away from showcasing pride and talking about like chosen families and giving a proper, like a proper platform for everybody. So Gina said, are Canadians accepting? So it is definitely more accepted here than in America, I can tell you that. There is a lot more freedoms. We were one of the first countries to legalize gay marriage. So actually a lot of people were traveling from America because they didn't just want to do commitment ceremonies, you know, they want to get married to their partner. They want the same rights that other people have, right? And we want the same. So we were one of the first countries to actually legalize gay marriage. And I definitely think there is discrimination everywhere. That's just something that I've faced. I've had, you know, some very scary run-ins with people that wanted to harm me due to the fact that I'm queer, and it's really heartbreaking. And in those spaces, I wasn't protected by the police or anything like that. Like the police joined in on, you know, being very nasty to me and made me feel very, very alone. And that's why during Pride, I like to talk about my own experiences and spread love and positivity, because anybody can experience discrimination and it's sad and it shouldn't happen. And if we don't talk about these things, then it will never change. So this is Barbie land. Like, can you see? Can the camera cope? So why I put a white background? Like, are you kidding me? This instantly made her hands look so much more tanned. Like, it's so pretty. Okay, so Lou, you said my stepdaughter's 13 and has a girlfriend. She is so happy. Oh my God, I love you. Thank you for being a proud parent of a queer child and giving them space to learn and grow and just be themselves. Because this world is hard enough without having your own family just turn their back on you. You know, that makes me emotional. I don't want to cry, but that makes me very happy because it wasn't always that way, you know? Oh God, I love you. And my baby tunes in as I'm crying about gay, beautiful love. But again, we're all just fighting for the same thing, right? Just to be accepted and to be able to be us unapologetically without fear of being harmed or attacked, right? So I'm alone in the house. I just got the puppy, so puppy's got to come hug me. This is Barbie Land. And I love you, Lou. Thank you so much for being that mom. Because luckily I had that mom as well, but not everybody is blessed to have parents that support them. And some kids literally unalive and harm themselves because they either think or they are outcasted by their family. Family's everything, right? So whether that is chosen family or your biological family, we all need those connections to thrive and survive and make it in this world. This world's hard, you know, it's tough. And I think just a little bit of support can be that thing that completely changes somebody's world. So sorry, as I'm just geeking out here and almost crying. This is Barbie Land. And if anybody saw the Barbie movie, this is very Margot Robbie. But like, can we just petition Madam Glam, like only, as that's about to drop, only do these round brushes. These round brushes are delicious. And can we get some more thumbs up? My lucky number's 13. I want to see 13 up in there. Millie said, somehow I have always been the one talking to my gay colleagues as I didn't treat them different. Oh, that makes me so happy, Millie. I have been that queer colleague before, and I have felt uncomfortable and judged, and I've also felt accepted at a different position. And let me tell you, having a safe workplace is everything. And that's why I said, like, Pride is so much more than just for the queer, you know, like, if you're gay, like, it's for everybody. We should be able to stand up as a community and celebrate one another and have our allies and our people and just, you know, just be surrounded with a smorgasbord of love. Bring back my squirrels. That's why I really love watching drag queens, because I feel like those amazing humans, whether they are drag kings, queens, trans, non-binary, cis, you just get to see the art form. And like, my background used to be in acting, so I love to see the makeup. I love to see all of the the different ways that we can express, right? Because drag it's an art form. It's supposed to make you feel something. So yeah, it's definitely a soft spot for me. I love the art form. Your GBF. Right? It's absolutely giving blonde ponytail. I know, I need a little Barbie to pop out. Like, let me close this. I can't. This Barbie Land is one of my most favorite pinks I've ever gotten. I don't know if I turn this off. Like, do you see even with minimal light? Like, it's so bright. That's with no light. Hi, Clara. Okay, so let's remove this person because again, we're all about love and none of that. So 1 second. I don't know if my wife is here. Okay, so let me just, there we go. There we go, perfect. So I'm actually not giving any light to that. I had some really scary things happen the last time I was live, and I was expressing the fact that my background, though I am fair skin, I am a woman of color. And somebody came in and said some really nasty stuff. And I fully expected it to happen again today. So we are not going to let anything dull our shine. And not just that, is racism, homophobia, bigotry. There's no space for that here. This is all about love and self-expression and being there for one another. So if anybody does put anything hateful in the chat, it will be removed. And we'll keep it moving. Because what they don't understand is it's still a form, because the algorithm can't tell if you're being nice or not. They can just see somebody commenting. So thank you for supporting this gay girl, this black gay girl's channel. I appreciate you very much. I hope that you get love in your life and you stop trolling on the internet, because it's sad. I love you guys. You guys are everything. I'm just going to quickly pop this into the lamp. We're going to top coat that. So we're going to say goodbye to Barbie Land, sadly. We're going to switch her out for some Healing Pink. Look at that. Even the haters just end up popping away because this is going to be like, bam, love. Love wins. Bigotry dies. Bye-bye. Look at that. Oh, my Lanta, y'all. This is my favorite. You know, I always say my most favorite time of the year is the Advent calendar, right? But also my most favorite time of the year is Pride. And because I'm in the West Coast, actually our Pride celebrations aren't until August. So I get 2 Prides. So I'm definitely going to be doing my nails for Pride again in August with this collection and kind of bringing her back out. But of course, I'm still going to be doing Pride nails for June. But I just get 2 months worth, so I love that. Well, sissy, there might even be ones in the new Advent. Who knows? I hope that I am able to review it again because the Advent calendar is my love. So next up for all... Hey Lou, about to do videos all June to support Raven. Oh my god, I love you so much. So this is Healing Pink. I'm actually going to quickly turn this light on so you can see, and I'm going to turn the mood lighting down. Do you see how bright this is? It like shines. The camera can't even cope. Tara Nicole, my beautiful sissy. How are you doing, honey? Aw, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Right? Even the wonky nerves in my arm that try to be evil, but I push through and still end up creating stuff like that. Yeah, because we prevail up in here, no matter what, even when our bodies are trying to take us down. So this is Healing Pink. Gonna put her down here, and the model's probably gonna run. Look at this, she's trying to take her ring off now. Baby girl. She just got so upset about what happened earlier. She's like, I'm gonna run all around. No. That's right. And that's also the queer community, right? Is resilience. And so I just love to be able to share stories in our platform. Is this not crazy? Y'all, you thought that like bright pink was everything? Look at this. So let me quickly show you the two pinks. So the raspberry, actually, I would say, has a bit of purple in it. And then that is more corally. Coral. We're trying to get to 13 likes up in here. If anybody hasn't liked, if you can give a thumbs up. Okay, so let's swatch this, and then we only have one color left after this, and that's Purple Buzz. I might just get 2 of that one. Oh, sissy, you should. I'm actually so sad I haven't gotten a double of my collection, so I do want to try to get that before it sells out, the Neon Unity. So I definitely want to like kind of put that away untouched. I still want to create a very special kind of like a framed collage just of the like the photo shoot that I got done last year, and like the spreads and stuff from my first ever. I've never been able to have a gel line that was like Raven's Nail Bar X, you know, Madam Glam. So I want to be able to showcase that in my studio with all the pictures and everything. Yeah, the Purple Buzz needs to get on the train. Heck yeah. I am right there with you. So y'all, I'm just about to be ready to start the tutorial. So this will be number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you guys know what you'd like to see. Oh, wow. I'm so happy that this, I'm happy this gives, it like hides certain people, because somebody that came in from the KKK group the last time just came back in as well, but it hid their response. So I'm really happy about that. Look at that. So if you guys know which one you'd like to see, just kind of think about it, and then I'm going to ask Anxiety M&M. I'm going to ask later, and then we're going to create. And also have no fear, because the M&Ms, I am going to do a special reel as well, because I'm going to be doing the green M&M, the yellow M&M, and I believe the red M&M. So that was just the start. There's going to be all the M&Ms with this collection. So if that one doesn't end up winning, we're going to have a special dedicated video to it regardless. Oh my gosh, y'all. Look at that. Look. The green, right? The green M&M. That's what I'm saying. That's the one. As soon as I saw her, I was like, yep. I must paint her. Oh, that's okay, baby. I was able to do it. That's okay. I appreciate you, though. Okay, so let me just pop on. The only thing that concerns me is that they're coming into all of the lives now, so they must have me on, like, notification bell, which you don't exactly want hateful people like that, but I guess, you know, you can't control it. It's the internet. It's just very wild. So we're going to go in with that second coat. Luscious. Oh my gosh. Do you see how the glitter just glides though? This is so beautiful. And if you are working on yourself or a client, I know right away they would just fall madly in love. Like, so gorgeous. Okay, so I do have to top coat those two before we go to the final. And I do want to bring this up and just show Healing Pink again, nice and close. So I'm going to switch this out now. And then if there's any of the colors for anybody that's just joining that you want to see on the hand, just let me know. I will go to sleep I will go to order the collection and go to sleep, but it's difficult. Oh, Sissy, I'm going to have this, like, you can watch it again later. Just the fact that you came in, especially with the time zones, means the world. I'm sending so much love your way. And, again, you can definitely watch the rest on replay, but your sleep is also so important. And please send me some pictures of the horses. I'm going to send you a picture of the fur babies. Okay, so last but not least is Purple Buzz. And this one reminded me of Orchid Glam, but it was the cream version. I can't, we're connected. Okay, so first of all, this can't even cope with the light. Do you see how bright that is? Let me just turn up some of the... This is one of the most beautiful, beautiful purples I've ever seen. And this would have been really good for the collaboration we did with Millie for International Fibromyalgia Awareness Day. This would have been so beautiful for the purple butterflies or for a background. Right? Your 80s heart needs it now. Right? This is just so pretty, especially with the jean jacket. Heck yeah. Oh, this color is just everything. So let's put her down. This is going to be a cream, so again, this is going to just glide so effortlessly. I really love the creams for when you are doing character art as well, because then you don't have to do a bunch of coats. You can just do the one coat and you're good. It's like, come on, look at that. Like, insane. She's so pretty. Okay, so pop that on. While that's curing, let's put the top coat on these two girly pops. And then I'll be able to show you the full... You can see yourself wearing that neon orange a lot. Yeah, every single one of these colors is insanely beautiful. And I just think, like, especially when it comes to Pride, people just think rainbow right away. But the fact that they did these neons, oh my gosh, this was just thinking of everything. Because you cannot tell me anything. Look how bright that is. Okay, so Gina, you're reading my mind. I do want to do acid smileys in honor as well of the nails I did last year. So I wanted to do the acid smileys in all the different colors. So that's happening. And so is that viral pool nail I was telling you guys about. That is also, honestly, there was like 10 nails I wanted to do. And I had to just keep the 5 that I did the test nails out of. But there was so many more ideas. Like the moment I started swatching this collection, I'm like, oh my gosh, you can do this, you can do that. I think just with a little bit of creativity, it will soar what you can do, because these colors are just like very inspiring. Aw, yes ma'am, the ribbon. So that's kind of why I did this one. And this was so fun to recreate and to create. See how you can tell which one I want to do? I was hoping that the neons were neon cat eyes. Oh my gosh. Sister, don't even speak dirty to me. That would be everything. Let's just do one more coat. And then we have completely swatched the entire collection as Angelina moves. She's dancing. Oh my gosh. So honestly, the gay gods, angels were with me because not one of these swatches got fuzz on them. Not one had dog hair or anything, and I was able to swatch the full collection of Skittle Magic. That's right, Skittles. Taste the rainbow up in this itch. Oh my days. I am so obsessed with this collection. It's not even funny. They should invent a clear cat eye that works. So they do. That's called super cat eye, my love. So that is, let me see if I can pull it out for you. I know I have to have it close. The super cat eye is like a silver cat eye, and you can literally put it on any color that your heart's content. There we go. I found it. I will show you. Okay, so super cat eye. Excuse the little bits of dusty. I'm just going to wipe that off. So what I love about super cat eyes is that you can mix it if you'd like with a pigment, but you can also just place them on top. So this is the silver. So I'm going to quickly show you. I'm going to get the purple because we haven't top coated this yet. So I'm going to get the, and again, that's the Super Cat Eye from Madam Glam. And then putting a thin coat. And this can be put onto any color. And this is how we create that, like the Skittles mani that went viral. So you apply to whatever base you want. And then I just need my really nice, okay, oops. Now, you see how you can still see the color underneath? So you can have a lot of fun. Ooh, Tina Turner. Tina Turner. Just gonna create a little dancing orb. So see the little dancing orb? But you can literally put any kind of color and then your super cat eye. And that also works with the, what's it called? Where is it? The holographic one that's a rainbow. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, so any kind of base you want and then that super cat eye. So they kind of do have a clear one. This one you can apply on anything you'd like. That was fun. I wasn't even expecting to do that. Let me quickly clean this off and then see if I can find the holographic one for you guys, because that one's like a rainbow. But yeah, it's just the super cat eye that they have, and it's really nice because again, you can use it with any color. I'm just wiping it off on here. Okay, so we'll give her a chance to dry, and then I'm gonna just double check to see if I have my holographic rainbow one, because that one's also very good. we go. Okay, so y'all, you're gonna learn. It doesn't, not just because I work with Madam Glam is why I do these lives. I am a Madam Glam junkie. When I say that, like, I could do a Madam Glam trivia night and be like, ooh, this color, this color, this color. It's just because I am obsessed. And again, that's because they gave me my party back. They gave me my power back because I had wicked allergic reactions to another company, and it was disgusting, the reactions I had, and I thought I would never be able to wear polish or nails or anything ever again. Hello, Andrea. Okay, so I'm just going to get out this one. Again, this can be placed on any color. So I'm going to just get a luscious helping of that. This is the holographic. So it's rainbow. So for anybody that might want to have like a customization and be able to put a cat eye on multiple colors, this is the one for you. So with cat eye, it's not that you have to put a lot, but you do need to put a healthy, look, I'm going to put a little bit more than that. 1 second. I read it. I knew who you were talking about. Okay, so yeah, the little bit of thicker, the better. So I'm going to go on there just with a little extra. But again, you're not putting so much that you're going to bulk it out. Okay, so again, this is on that purple that we were looking at. But once you start waving, this really starts waking up all the rainbow. Do you start to see that rainbow shift in there? So this is another really nice one that you can add to any color you want. Then just wake it up. This is one of those that you do need quite a strong magnet to begin getting that rainbow. Let me see if I can turn off the other light. Do you see the rainbow effect better now? And you're going to really want to spend some time holding it so that that full rainbow shift, because I know some people were upset that they weren't getting the full rainbow and they weren't seeing it happen. So you do have to keep on it. And as you guys can see, the full rainbow spectrum comes out there. Oh, we just hit 13 likes. Thank you. That was one of my goals. See if I could take a screenshot. There we go. Shaky screenshot. Isn't that so pretty? I know what to play with tomorrow. So there's tons of options that you have. Like, and again, these are the same color, right? So this is just it topped with something else. And the moment that you put a top coat on that, it's going to be even brighter. So I'm happy that we did a little impromptu cat eye magic because, again, you can put it on any kind of base you want. Okay, let me just wipe that off and then do a proper top coat. Oh, 14 thumbs up. Thank you, beautifuls. Okay, so one last shot before it goes. And again, with that double light, you can't even see how much rainbow there is until I turn off that other light source. And then all of a sudden, you can see all of the rainbow magic. It's very hollow, rainbow hollow. Hi! Thank you for you know, for letting us have your wife for a couple of hours. And thank you for giving her your phone. I love that. Okay, so I wiped that, so we're just going to quickly top coat it, and then we can go on to some of the other designs. Okay. I love the impromptu cat eye, though. That was a great question, Millie, so I'm glad I was able to help. Between the chrome and the cat eye earlier, we're showing all the things. Okay, so I love that in the hustle and bustle of that, my top coat went somewhere else. And by love, I mean I don't like that. Where the heck did it go? That's weird. That's suspicious. He always asks, "Aw, is that Raven? Oh my gosh, stop. You're melting my heart. Please give him a hug for me." Oh, I love you, sissies. Okay, seriously, where did that darn top coat go? This is not cool. Okay, I don't know where she went, but I found another girl here. Right? There's so much love in the chat because, come on, we love our nail sissies. Bye, Gina, honey. Have a really good rest of your day, and thank you for coming in. So if there's any tiny particles on this nail, I apologize, but you guys already know there is no glitter in this purple buzz. But because I removed that cat eye, sometimes I say the glitter don't like to leave. Okay, so I think that's all of them top coated. I'll quickly take them out of the lamp in just a second to showcase them. Bye, love. Okay. Let's start grabbing those colors. I really think Skittle manicures, like this collection just screams that. Okay, so I have all the colors here. Let me just bring them on over. Okay, so first of all, look at this rainbow of goodness. And I love that they didn't just give us the classic creams, but they gave us these shimmers, because what is gay day without a little bit of sparkle, baby? Those nails in the background. Oh, thank you. I kind of wanted to show some of these girls because we're going to be doing some character art lives. So I wanted to kind of get a little bit of a buzz, if you will, and make sure you're subscribed so then you can see when we do those special lives, because I'm going to be basically, I'm going to put 4 options in a poll on my YouTube, and then you guys can click which ones you'd like to see for that live that's going to be coming up. So we're going to do all sorts. Gay day is a hoot. Hello, Lisa. How are you doing, baby girl? Okay, so you cannot tell me that Madam Glam did not show up with these. You can't, because they did. They understood the assignment, and I love, because especially that I got to be the face of last year's collection, they brought new life to these neons. So they didn't just give us a repeat of last year's collection. Not at all. But I do believe if you put together Neon Unity and Neon Wave, you will have the most insane spectrum of neons. I'm going to quickly grab those. 1 second as we speak about it. As I'm dropping things, hello swatchies, don't you leave my soul. Okay, so these are the, even though it's going to be all over the place, these are the bottles from last year's collection, the collection that I got to collaborate with Madam Glam. So these were the full bottles. But they gave us different colors, so we didn't get a glitter. And I was really, as soon as I saw the blue, I'm like, this is stunning, but I wish there was a shimmer. They were like, no problem, baby, just you wait. Wait 1 year, and we will have a match made in heaven. Bye, sweetheart. Thank you so much for coming in. More shimmers from Madam Glam. I can definitely let them know that, sweetheart. So I'm very grateful that they did a different color, so I can always know, hey, my collection has the white label. The new collection has the black rating. So that's good to know, because it's easy to want to put them all together, and then you're like, which collection is which? So I do like that they did that. Okay, so let me quickly... Okay, y'all, so which one do you guys want to see? We have the pop art nail, anxiety, M&M, the rainbow flag, which I think this would be so fun to recreate. We have the tie-dye, because it would not be anything without the tie-dye. And then we have, this is like giving me Super Kid, by the way, with the bright pink. It's everything. And then we have this. So far right now, we have 1 vote for the tie-dye. Does anybody else want to vote? And then we can see what's cracking, what shakes loose after the full votes. Okay, so we have 2 for the tie-dye so far. Trying to move this on a silicone thing is not graceful. It does not want to move. These colors, though. Madam Glam. Tie-dye, tie-dye. Woo! Okay, I think we might be doing some tie-dye up in this. Tie-dye, tie-dye, tie-dye. Okay, it's looking like we're doing tie-dye. Don't worry, though, because I am going to be doing the other M&Ms. I'm going to be doing like the green M&M and everything else on a special video. And I'm also going to be doing a special video for the flag. So you guys chose right. Let me quickly just... This thing's moving at a snail pace. It's the silicone. It doesn't want to... This is the silicone from Madam Glam. Sorry, the silicone matte from Madam Glam, y'all, is everything. Okay, so the tie-dye one... We are going to recreate the tie-dye, but just for reference, there'll be different, what's it called? Different reels coming out with these, so just you wait. Yes, I can. I can definitely do it earlier, honey bun. Just kind of shopping around different times, because it's really hard to know what's a good time, what's not, especially with everybody with different time zones. But I can definitely do an earlier live, sweetheart. Guaranteed. And I appreciate you coming in, sweetie, because I know it's very late for you. So first, before we do that, I want to switch out some of these colors. Purple, pink, because I want like a rainbow situation here, or as much of a rainbow as we can fit on the forehands. A little bit of like a Skittles manicure, but I just wanted to use the creams. See? Pop! Look at how fast. You could just do a little Skittles. So Millie's actually 8 hours difference from me. So it's 2:55 p.m. here. But for Millie, it's already 11 p.m. Is it? I think. If my math's correct. Okay, so I love tie-dye nails, and I do a lot of the one where on the nail you kind of go in like a half semicircle, but I wanted to actually do the spiral one this time. So I actually got a photo from Fee Peterson, which I am obsessed with her. And this is kind of, because like anytime I do the swirl one, it always trips me out for some reason. So this is Fee Peterson, which you need to follow her on Instagram. She's amazing. She has the most sick pictorials. So it's 10:56 Oh, PM or AM? Oh, wow. I just love you guys coming so very much. So this is going to be kind of like the reference guide there. Oh, Hello Kitty. Well, that would take a while to just paint on the purple nail, but here's some Hello Kitty realness for you. I can't remember, one day somebody was like, I'd really wish that you would paint Kuromi, and the Kuromi was like sitting right there. I'm like, she is there. Nazima, thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you for coming in. Okay, so we're gonna wanna grab the colors for this swirly swirl. So we need the Barbie Land. I'm just gonna be taking, I'll show you on this little palette here. Oh, happy always. We're so happy to have you, literally, like your name. But I can guarantee you, honey, every day that you, as a nail artist, you'll learn something and you will shock yourself with what you can create. I have Kuromi, yes. 1 second, my dear. I can definitely show you. Watch as I say that, and then she like hides from me. So I actually somebody got really upset at me when I did the Kuromi, and she said that she hated it because she said I did the nose too big. So I think no matter what, when you are hand painting things, there's going to be some stuff, you know, this is not a stamp, this is not a sticker, this is me looking at an image and transferring that onto a curved surface. So I definitely think there needs to be a little bit of forgiveness, but that's Miss Kuromi. That was the first time I had ever painted her, and then I went down a Sanrio well. So after I painted Kuromi, I painted Hello Kitty in a Halloween costume. Thank you, sweetheart. One of my favorites actually is Anxiety. It's so funny because I must have a thing, right? I painted 2 different. Where's the other Anxiety? Anxiety M&M and Anxiety. Oh, do you know in my country it's 3 a.m.? Oh my gosh, Nazima, thank you for even being here. This was this year, actually. Sandra Sparkly Sets for her birthday. She did an 80s collab, and I hand painted these little Care Bears for her, but the whole fantasy behind it was I wanted her to have like a wish so that she could make a wish, so I did Wish Bear. And then I wanted, sorry, I did the cupcake birthday bear and then Wish Bear so that all her wishes would come true. But I did want to show, because I've been practicing, obviously, my nail art for a while, like 4 years now, and there's huge differences. Like if you see, this was from 2024, and this was from 2025. So I've been trying to work on like my 3D and my shading, kind of make it better. So with line work, with all that kind of stuff, every time you paint something, you learn something, right? So not saying this is bad, but I can see where I'm improving upon certain things. Yes, Millie, you let me know and I'll make you a birthday set for, I'll make a whole video and everything just for you. This was also like, if we're talking character art, I'm sorry, I'm like jumping all around here. This was one of a huge turning point for me. I went live, this was supposed to be this way. I went live with Priya to do this, and then Mama Does Nails to do this. So these were both created on a live, and I was very shocked that I was able to even get this detail because people freak me out. Hi, Mom. I love you, Mom. Yeah, drawing people freaks me out so much, and this is actually The Simpsons. Your birthday's next Monday. Oh my goodness, honey. Well, if you have a special character that you want me to draw, I can't tell you it's going to be out for Monday, but I can definitely have it in the title that it is for you, honey. But yeah, this is Jessica Rabbit, and I just have so much fun. But if you know the hundreds of polishes that had to be used to create these things, that's why I'm so obsessed with Madam Glam, because it just makes life so much easier. I'm more into Sanrio. Do you have cinnamon roll? I don't. Let me take a screenshot of that. I'll make sure I do cinnamon roll. That has been in my list to do. I have a few that aren't up there. I even did this was like 2 years ago. Olaf, the little melty snowman. But if I show you guys, like, I don't know if it's where I can just grab it. Oh, sweet. Okay. So one of my very first, and this is where I can show you how much, like, my art has grown. I don't think I have my very first swatch sticks, which those ones were for the very first year. Yeah, I'll have to find that for the next live. But when I did Lisa's here, and I was a part of a Halloween collab with her, and so for that, there's like other things on it, I painted this Jack. So this would have been almost 3.5 years ago. And then fast forward to last year, this is the Jack. So I always say to anybody that's afraid of character art, just keep practicing and drawing and learning. And like it's practice makes progress, right? Because that look for perfection all the time. Stop. Just try to be better than what you were. You know, I'm in a race with myself. That's it. I'm not comparing myself to Dev or other artists. They're extremely talented, but they have their own journey, right? Just like I have my own journey. So like if you can do something better than you did the year before, then you're growing. Rainbow Dash. Okay, let me screenshot that. I will put that in the list as well, honey. But there's just so many things. Like this is one of my really old bags. But this makes me emotional. Look what was right on the top of the bag. Right on the top of the bag was my collection from last year. This was a design. So even this, which these checkerboards took me freaking forever to do, I bust out this little checkerboard thing in like 2 seconds. So I can already see where I've improved. So it just keep on pushing. Ooh, Tinkerbell. Okay, I know. I need to do Tinkerbell. I was just freaked out. I don't want to not do it justice, you know? But going through, I've done some wild things, that's for sure. Excuse the puppy hair. I think that puppy hair coats everything. But going through, like, your old bag, like this is where you really learn what you've done. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, y'all. I can't control the puppy hair's real. But these are all sets that I've done over the years. And it's just crazy when you look back at certain things, you're just like, wow. You know, it's pretty. This is the very first. And see, even here, like the eyelashes. And I was so proud of this when I first made this. The eyelashes are giving me like, oh God. But I was able to do like more dainty eyelashes with this girl. So again, it's just every day you learn something. But if you want a throwback, this was my very first nail stand that my partner made me 4.5 years ago. She made this for me so that I could use sticky tack and put my nails on here. So this is where I started. Thank you so much, honey bun. Yeah, this is where I started. And we just keep on pushing. But this is a set that I want to recreate from last year's Pride collection. I don't have all of the nails. Oh my gosh. But when Gina was talking about an acid smiley, this was the shimmers from last year's collection. Last year's Pride. So I definitely want to do something else like this on that black with the neons because it's just too pretty. Like how could you not? But I think it's funny that those are right at the top for me to grab, so it was meant to be. Oh, sweetheart, I don't yet, but I am going to. I want to start doing like actual like sale press-ons. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. Sorry, my OCD just got to me because those are definitely not straight. Let me see if I can. Bear with me. It's so funny because I have nerve damage in my hands, but if it's not straight, it starts making me crazy. So like I need to fix that or my brain is just gonna go error, error. Okay, so we need the orange for this spiral. So that is the electric tangerine. Oh yeah, character press-ons, you know that I want to start delivering all that. So I want to do customized press-ons for, that was like, I've bought everything to start. I just need to get like my first client that wants a set so that I can do all of that magic. Okay, so yellow is next. This is Zesty. I'm gonna put that down. Okay, and then I believe we also did the Lime Rush. And then last but not least was the Aqua Shine. And those were the colors for the spiral tie-dye. The blue is the Aqua Shine. Okay, so just quick like a bunny, we just put those down, and that's going to be the color palette for the tie-dye. Now you can start your tie-dye on a white nail. I am just going to start this off on a clear nail. Now you do want to watch how much product you use because the design has to be done wet. Okay, I'm just going to quickly give this a little brush off. I just had to take away the nub on there. Okay, so I just quickly took the nub and then I'm just dusting this off. Oh my, I must have dusted off chrome powder with that because I just got some chrome powder that stuck to me. Okay, so let's zoom in a bit here. Oh my, there's children screaming outside. I hope that everyone's okay. Sorry, I know that probably looks terrifying, but if you have puppies, you know that the hair gets everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to quickly grab out, you're going to need a good liner for this. I'm going to grab out my Nicole J. I'm actually a brand ambassador for this company. So if you want to get any of these brushes, you can use Rave 10 for 10% off. And as well for any of the Madam Glam goodies that you'd like, Raven 35 for 35% off. I do in the description box below, I have my codes. So if anybody's looking at this and like, I want to get this, well, you can save some money. Hi, Mom. Oh, can I show you my favorite nail? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a tall order. What's my favorite nail? That's hard to say because I was going through all of those and most of them are my favorite that I already showed you. I think what I was saying is like I'm really proud of any of the ones that I did, like this was live. Drawing people really freaks me out. So I was really proud of that. So drawing this is Lucky from Lucky Charms. This is actually real Lucky Charm cereal on there. I'm extremely proud of these guys because there's a lot of fine details in there. And people are really scared and it really freaks me out. So like my comfort zone is like characters, because the characters at the side of hair, they're so extreme shapes that it's just really fun to play with. But yeah, definitely my favorites would have been some of the ones that I showed you. And when I got to do the Timmy Turner set, I don't know if I can, I'm missing one of the nails. But like with the goldfish parents and this, I was still learning nail, like line work and stuff. But this is definitely one of my favorite sets that I did. Thank you for asking. You're a sweetheart. Okay, let's get into the tie-dye magic. Oh, honey, lots and lots of years of dedicating hours and hours to nails. That's honestly, there's no way around it. Lots and lots of hours. Okay, let's try to, sorry guys, I don't mean to shake you about. I just have to have you in a good spot, because once I start, this is a very precarious design, if you will, because again, it all has to be wet. So I would suggest before you start doing this, you have to have some paper towel. So I'm gonna grab, I have some pre-cut. You're gonna wanna cut this. I love you, Mom. You're the one that gave me birth. I love you, and thank you for coming into the pride amazingness. So we're gonna be following this just as a guideline, because as soon as I start doing the swirls, it freaks me out. So I like to see this to kind of see like where it goes, if you will. So we're gonna start off with the pink. And in between colors, I do not use any acetone or anything like that. I literally go in with, what's it called? Just the paper towel that we were talking about. Okay, so we have a start here. So it's kind of right where we're just kind of mapping it out. Then we're going to make it a bit thicker. Now you're going to want to watch how thick you do this, because the more you move it around, they are going to bleed a little bit. You have some forgiveness, but not like, you can't just be going crazy thick and then being upset when it just starts running everywhere. You know it's past my bedtime and I snuck my mother's phone. I'm trying to be quiet. Okay, you need to turn me down because my voice is too loud. So put on your headphones and make a little fort. Put your blanket over your head and then just watch the nail magic. See how I'm encouraging badness? You're watching art, so I mean there's way worse things you could be doing late at night than watching art. Okay, so I'm just gonna thicken these lines up a little bit. And again, I'm doing this on clear, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. I'm doing this on a clear background, but you can definitely paint it white if you'd like. And so sorry if my conversational skills go down the poop chute as I'm doing this, because line work, like, come on now. I can't even barely breathe. Okay, so this is going to be like your skeleton, if you will, to kind of show you. Oh, my brother wants to know if you could do Charmander from Pokemon. I definitely can. I want to do a full Pokemon series, so I'm going to just quickly screenshot that just so that I can have a note. Because the pain brain is strong, and I don't want to forget that. So I'm going to quickly put that down for a second. So this is what I was saying, just inside of a like a kitchen roll, kitchen towel, with like a firm pressure. And you're going to need this for when you start doing the lines as well, because each brush has to be a clean stroke. Okay, so the next one swirls around from the bottom. Okay, so that is going to be the orange. So I'm going to dip into that orange here. I'm going to do a thin line. So I always do a line under and then I merge them. But I wait till the end, like in a moment, to merge them, because then as soon as they start touching, they can start moving around. So I don't know if I have a least favorite nail, but I could say something that's tricky. So I love to airbrush, and recently I've been learning how to do so. A company reached out with an airbrush machine and I was doing that. But what my least favorite part is switching out colors and having to, when you switch them out, you have to clean the machine every single time. I think that's one of the most tedious things ever. Nothing compares to an airbrush ombre though, so it's so satisfying. But I think that's one thing that like annoys me to no end. And when it comes to favorite art, one of my favorite like trends or something like that is when people take like a cat eye and then top it with an iridescent chrome or anything character art. That's my final answer. I feel like I'm on a game show. Thank you. Okay, so this is where I'm going to do a slight merge. Don't be afraid if you get a little bit of mixy-mixy. You don't want a lot, but a little bit's a-okay, because once you start moving those lines, it's all gonna be mixy-mixy. Good night, Millie. Love you, beautiful. And I'm gonna try to do an earlier live so that not only you can be there, but you don't have to be falling asleep while you're watching me, honey. I appreciate you. Okay, now, if you have an area that kind of starts to melt with the other color, just take a ball of the chosen color and swipe through, and that will remove most of the unwanted color. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the yellow. I'm just quickly cleaning off my brush again. Good night, honey. Okay, so this is where I have to be so careful because it's going to start to bleed into everything. This yellow is also more on the jelly side, so be careful with it. Now, there's a reason why I didn't go into that inner corner yet, because the moment I do, it's going to all start bleeding together. So I want to put the other colors first before I go right into that middle, because that's just going to be a whole thing. Okay, then I'm going to put some green down and then go back in with that yellow. And so you see there's not been any curing in between. That's why I was very careful and like saying that you need a really good liner brush and good products, obviously, because you don't want them to all bleed and run into each other. Okay, so 1 second. Gonna clean that off again. So this is where I said I wanted to finish off with the yellow. Now I'm just gently like pushing up. I don't even really want them to get too, because then we're just gonna have some crazy merging happening. Okay, so all in all, we did really good. Let me just get that going. Okay, so this is all wet, but we've done the spiral. So at this point, this is where the fun starts. Have something handy here because you're going to have to keep wiping every time. And again, remember this design is wet. Let's turn on that light. Let me try to put this in here so I can just kind of wipe and then... It's a really good idea too to look at the spacing you're doing as you wipe through. Try to make it all very even. But also we're going to be reversing it, so you need to make sure there's enough room in between each one for a drawback. That's what's really going to complete the look. You see how we went along the spiral as well? So that's crucial to the design. And just like a slice of cake, we walked around that and just sliced out each individual one. My brush cap's fallen. Okay, so this is when we go the reverse way. Just gonna make sure you guys can see all of that in its glory. So this is where we're dragging down, and that also creates, how do I say it, like more depth to your tie-dye. And in these cases, I actually do grab like a tiny dot of the blue in these areas that don't have it, and I bring it down. I think it looks more dynamic that way. Dip into some of that blue, you kind of like dot it, then bring it down. And then up here, obviously you won't need to do that because you have all the colors here. Do you guys see how that tie-dye was created? I'm gonna pop that in the lamp. So again, like a good liner brush is going to be your best friend when it comes to that kind of design. Oh my God, you're so sweet. Well, the easy design that I showed you was definitely the cat eye one. Just placing a cat eye. Oh, doesn't want to focus. A cat eye on any of these colors. And also the shimmer ones that I was showing you don't even need a design. You're so sweet. Oh, I will love, please, please, please tag me. I would love to see it. I don't know if I have the full tie-dye nails in here. So I've done a few kind of different tie-dyes. This one is actually really cool. This is like you do this in a blooming gel. This is a really fun way of also creating tie-dye. This is with like a blooming gel and then just dots. I don't know if I have my big... Yeah, I don't know where the big tie-dye nails are hiding. Oh, when you want to talk about favorite nails, these are one of my favorite ones I did. These were little ghosts. This was such a fun little set. Oh, repost it, honey, please. I can't wait to see. Okay, so look at the difference. So this one had more green in the center here. This one I did the green on the outside. I think I like this one way better. Hello, the butterfly. Okay, so let me just quickly top coat this. How are you doing, beautiful? Okay, let's get some top coat up in here. Oop, sorry for the raven quake. Wow, I really love these colors. Are very versatile. You can do a lot with them. Oh my gosh. How stinking precious is that? Is that not beautiful? If you guys want to stick around, I think I can do the viral pool nails and see if it works with this blue, if you'd like to see that. If not, we can call it a day. But it was something that was like in my mind the moment that I saw the color Aqua Shine, and it didn't leave my mind. So you'll need blooming gel and a white. And this is a completely different way of doing the viral pool nails. The way a lot of people show you is they'll do like a blue underneath, and then they drop, like they'll do a thin milky color, and then they'll drop top coat into it to create like that seafoam look. I actually like to do it completely different. And so that's what I'll quickly show you here. I don't know with the Aqua Shine how well it's going to work, because you need like a jelly color. How are you doing, butterfly? I was very smart. I kept my phone plugged in the entire time, so I'm not worrying about my phone yelling at me that we have no batteries. So for anybody that's just joining, we just did this tie-dye nail live, which I think it turned out so stinking precious. And these were the nails that I did for the launch. These were all of the test nails, options of things that you could create with this beautiful, beautiful collection. Now, I'm gonna need a kind of mixing. It's like, I don't want to get rid of this. I need a mixing palette, so I'm gonna have to clear this off. Thank you, sweetheart. I tried to unleash all the creativity. Okay, so first of all, make sure before I close this down, follow feepeterson.dk. She does amazing pictorials, and I've learned a lot from her. And as well, Amanda Byron, I think it is. She's phenomenal. Okay, so again, grab yourself some blooming gel and the perfect white. You're going to need to mix these. So I'm going to ensure I have use either a dotting tool. This is Madam Glam's dotting tool. So you can either use a dotting tool or the silicone, which they also have. And I think I'm going to use that because that's a bit easier to mix with. So this is their little silicone tool. I'm just going to quickly clean it off. Sorry. Okay, so this is my ideal for mixing. So there's a lot of times, especially when we're talking about character art, where you've got to pre-mix a specific color. Let me put my ribbon over here. You can't see it. Okay. So, first off, make sure whatever you're mixing is clean, because your mix is only as good as the tools you use. So, as I just moved that, I'm going to have to move it again. You're going to want to take a pretty luscious amount of the, of the blooming gel. We're going to place that down. Okay, so if you don't have Madam Glam's blooming gel, you're going to want to get it. There's a lot of different designs you can use. And then I'm going to take the perfect white here and just put a little dot in here. I don't want to touch these because, again, blooming gel is no joke. Okay, I probably put a little bit too much, but that's okay. I'm going to just slowly move some of that off and then mix this. So you're going to want to create like a really nice milky and you're going to want enough to do this twice. So there's a chance that I didn't make enough and I'll just have to make some more. I'm going to try to find my straight brush, though it's the only straight thing about me. Happy Pride, everybody. Here's the straight brush. It's an ally. Okay. So you're going to take your fancy dancy full cover tip or your nail or whatever you're doing it on, and you're going to want to take that mixture of blooming gel and the white, now the devil's in the details. It's not until you do this for a second time that the full design comes to life. So you're going to want to wait a second here. Let that, we're going to let that self-level. So I'm just going to turn that around for a moment before I go in with my aqua. Has anybody ever seen the viral pool nails done this way? I'd love to know. Okay, so I kind of just let that self-level a little bit just so that it just didn't all fall in the corners. Hey girl nails, thank you for joining, pretty. Okay, so this here is a silicone mat. So I'm just going to, this is a silicone mat from Madam Glam. I'm just going to directly put the polish right there. Now I try to do quite a heaping little ball, because when you're dipping into it, if it's not, I don't know how to say it, but if it doesn't have the proper depth, you'll have a trouble when you're doing the dots. Now I kind of give them some space in between and then slowly start to fill in. You are going to want to give this time to bloom as well, but you don't have all the time in the world, so you do need to move fast. That's why I mentioned that I just like to do some dots all around. Now generally I have two different dotting tools. I've never seen pool nails done like this. That's why I said I wonder if anybody has seen this. Okay, so this is where I'm going to want to give it a chance just to bloom. This is one of my favorite ways to do this design. So now we're going to give it a chance to bloom and bloom and bloom. Then I also kind of turn it around for a second because this blooming action is just going to have the whole thing spread out. But you are going to want to give it that time because it's going to make it look completely different. Now, I would encourage you, the very first time I did this, I did it with 2 different dotting tools. One had like a very big base and one was just small. Okay, we're almost there with the blooming. And then you're going to be applying this for a second time, and that's really where the design comes together. So see how we're getting that really pretty, those cells? That's exactly what we want, but we need to give it time. The reason why I keep turning it over is, again, I don't want it to spill down all the sides. So we're trying to work as like neat as possible. And as you guys can see, it is really blooming out now, which I love. Okay, so now I feel comfortable. That can go in. Let me gather up the rest of... So happy I mixed enough. The blooming gel mixture with the white. Now, because we're doing layers, you do want to fully cure this, so it needs to be at least 30 seconds. Then the next part of this is we're going to find out if this is jelly enough. And if you guys head over to my TikTok, Ravenscape13, you'll be able to see a detailed tutorial of me doing this. Okay, so once you have that magic, you go in again, thin coat. Oh, I got devastated. I saw this had something else, like a different color in there. So as I started swiping, I'm like, oh, I didn't clean my brush out properly. I see some stuff. So this one, you kind of cross hatch in between different areas. Oh, thank you. Hi, Girl Nails. Okay, so if you do try Madam Glam, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. They are everything. Okay, and now we just leave it to bloom. But as you can start to see, you see like the thin little areas that start to peek through, then it really gives that, like that pool nail realness. So let's just give that some more time to bloom. Yep, we're just giving it time to continue to bloom, and that's really where you're going to get those cells for the pool nails. And happy always. Again, practice makes progress, and the more you practice, the more you're going to surprise yourself. So I'm just going to leave that to continue to bloom. I just think it's really fun, like this collection you can do so much with. So this is just a little bit of rubbing alcohol. You can also use acetone and just give it a little wipe. So you can honestly use your silicone mat like a palette, and you'll have no repercussions for doing so. Hey, baby. Yeah, and you don't want those circles to be super perfect, so you are gonna just wanna give it some time. And it's so easy to wanna keep faffing with it, but that's why I just put it over there in the corner and just let it bloom, do all the magic. It's inevitable, we have to clean up all of the things in the nail studio, so it's like, why not clean? This is a handmade palette that I made during a live. I'm gonna also be doing some palette lives. This is done with polygel. So there's all sorts of things that you can make for your nail studio. Look at that bloom. So I'm gonna turn that around for a second, just so we don't get too much of it pooling on the sides. And if you had like a client that was doing this, you just get them to turn their hand. And don't be afraid to have a cleanup brush if you have too many things spilling over, because that does happen with blooming sometimes, where you can just clean it up. Do you see how we're getting that pool magic? And then if you look, you can see the little segments underneath, similar to when you stare down into a pool. I love the shimmer in this though, it's so pretty. I think the tie-dye nail and the beach nail go really well together. Go swimming in your tie-dye. Isn't that a fun effect? So again, you can do it any way you want, and you can also, with the, oh my, somebody's street racing out there. With a different tool, you obviously can make it bigger and smaller, and I think that's the key. But it's a really, really fun effect. So that has bloomed to my heart's content. Oh, but there's something I want to talk about. I did just see it, so I want to mention it before I just cure. Let me turn down the light, see if we can see it. Would look great with a cat eye, right? Okay, so let me kind of get close here. Do you see how there is, from the dotting tool, there's some bubbles? This is really important to pop those bubbles before you cure it. Pop, pop, pop. That is just air trapped. But once it cures, it's going to be uneven. Just air trapped in from doing the dotting tool. Keep hitting this one, but it doesn't want to pop. Okay, so that is really crucial for this design specifically. You do want to go back in with that dotting tool and just make sure that you've popped those areas. Flawless, unique nails. Hello, love. How are you doing, honey bun? We are celebrating Pride Month and also the beautiful launch of Madam Glam's new collection, Neon Wave. That is as bold and bright as you are, honey bun. How's your day treating you? So once that's fully cured, I'm going to give her a top coat. And then I was wondering, let me just make sure this is clean before I put it down. Is there any, yep, see, that would be a problem. Let me just wipe this again. I'm using my best friend's jeans jacket, so I don't want to get anything on her jacket. I was going to bring my little practice hand back down. There we go. Let that dry for a second. Aw, Flawless. You're good. How are you? Call me Cheddar. Oh, Cheddar! I remember you, honey bun. Didn't we have a live all together? Not a live, sorry. For Sandra Sparkly Set's birthday, right? I was gonna say, I was literally just talking about it from doing the Care Bear nails. I think you were a part of that live, Cheddar. I keep saying live because we're live. A part of that collab. Yes, I knew that's where I found you, beautiful. Chetta, actually, she does some amazing collabs with the girls that she hosts. She's a phenomenal nail artist, so please make sure you're following her. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Oh, look at that sea foam. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's pop that in. Ah, thank you, beautiful. We did the viral pool nail, but we did it a little different. Usually people do like blue and then top it with a sea foam, and then we'll do like clear dots into it. And I just don't think it pulls off that look properly. But if you use a jelly, so usually I would use a jelly that's even thinner than this. I should have probably maybe mixed it with a little bit of like a top coat, but you want a jelly for sure. And then you kind of dot it into, and then you do it twice. So I don't know if I turn down you can see the little cells coming through here, but it gives the pool, all of the pool look. And then we also did a spiral, like a tie-dye magic. Oh, thank you, beautiful. I'm going to be doing a character art series shortly, like lives where we do character art. So I wanted to showcase some of those in the corner, but these were the nails that were created today. Well, created for the live today. So just wanted to give you some options, and I think we all can agree we sometimes feel like the anxiety M&M. But let's pop these on as well. So these are... Hi, Yashmit! Thank you so much for coming in. So these are some options of what you can do with this really sexy collection. It's just like these bold neons are everything. Thank you, beautiful. Let me take off my gloves because I don't want to get anything on my... How many times am I going to say best friend jean jacket? I don't want to get it all messed up with the stuffs. But this is like a Skittle mani. And if there's any of these colors, let me see here. If there's any of these colors that you'd like to see on the hand full, let me know and I can switch those out before I head out. We also played with some cat eye today, which was very fun, and just showed how you could top either the super cat eye or the holographic cat eye from Madam Glam. So I'm just going to quickly grab these, bring these up close and personal. Any live I can do with you sisters, it's just so special. So thank you guys for coming in. I know that there's been a lot of content already coming out with everybody's launch videos, so I really appreciate you guys coming in. Oh my gosh, this wants to all fall. 1 second. I swear, I've got hands that can palm a basketball, but trying to put all these in my hand is always a freaking chore. Okay, so without further ado, you've got your shimmers, your shimmer and shine. And then you have the cream, the neon creams, and together you have one of the most sexy Pride collections out there. Perfect for summer. Can have the hottest nails. Oh, sweetheart, that's okay. You can definitely catch us in another one. And I am going to be posting this so anybody can go through and definitely write replay gang if you're watching this again. But this is the stunning Neon Wave collection, brand new from Madam Glam. If you want to save some coins, you can use my discount code RAVEN35. Everything will be in the description box below that you can just click it, and go. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Okay, so if nobody wants to see any of the other colors on the hand, we will bid you adieu. But you guys are such angels, and I had so much fun on this live today. And I can't wait. Please keep a lookout. Put that on the right side. I said please keep a lookout for when we're going to do the character art lives. Because I am going to want, like I'm going to do, oh, you're down to see any color. Okay, let's see. 1 second. Let's switch out one of them. But I'm going to be doing special live where we do character art. Okay, so first let me just put these ones away. 1 second. Okay, so I will show you one of my very favorite. It's one of the shimmers. It's called Raspberry Kiss. And I swear this actually has like a chrome. So it has a chrome finish. Well, what looks like a chrome finish. One second. And it has some of the most beautiful shimmer I've ever seen. Sorry, I promise you it will be worth the wait. I just have to put them in her hand very carefully because, again, this is a very expensive practice hand and I don't want to break her. No breaking. Okay, look at this color. Look at that. Sugar Eclipse. Hi, gorgeous sissy. Look at her. Is that not breathtaking? That is Raspberry Kiss. This pink is the thing of dreams. Isn't that sexy? This is by far one of my favorites from this collection. Let me see if I can grab the bottle. Just so we have double the trouble. Look at that. So very smexy. And Sugar Honey, you just joined, but we had Pop Art Nails, Anxiety M&M, the Pride Flag, Checkerboard. Yes, this is from the brand new collection. Tie-dye, and then the Viral Pool Nails done different. So we cooked up some magic today with these two, and these were the tests. Yes, the new Neon Wave collection. So I can quickly grab one of my other favorites. So this again, this is Raspberry Kiss. Brand new today. And then let me quickly just pop on, because if you guys are willing to be here, I love to showcase these colors. So one of the ones that I think is, this is like a showstopper. You would literally only have to paint this on your nails. You don't even have to do any art whatsoever. Just you wait. Prepare. I think you should put your sunglasses on because it's gonna be bright. I felt like Neil Patrick Harris right there. Wait for it. It's gonna be legendary. So this is Zesty. Were you ready? Were you ready for that? Look how bright she is. I wasn't even ready. Like, the moment I saw this color, I was like, ooh, you gave up on your nails. How come, honey bun? I promise you, if you try again, you'll be very happy with the result. As I said, we were going through some of my older art as I just hit my head on the damn ring light. And I was saying, like, practice makes progress. Because this was from 2024 and this one's from 2025. So these are 1 year apart and very different. So if you keep practicing, I promise you, you will surprise yourself. Oh my gosh, okay, Sugar. So since I was able to be the face of last year's collection, you know that that is like my coveted collection. I try to be so careful with it. But I want to buy another one. It actually just went live again. Let me see if I'm trying to grab it here. This is the Neon Unity collection. So this was last year's Pride collection that I got to collaborate with Madam Glam. So these colors already are fierce, but what I love, for instance, this is last year's. This is this year's. Do you see how sexy these are? You can definitely put them together. I love that they have the full size, like the full swatch bottles. Sugar, it's available. Talk to your representative. It's available now. It just came back. So this collection, Neon Unity, and then in tandem with the Neon Wave, the colors are so pretty. So I'll kind of do a comparison for you. This is the yellow from this year. This is the yellow from last year. You see how they kind of switched it up, but they still kept those neon shimmers. Oh, you must. You must. I actually want to get and like purchase one with my VIP because I want to put it like in the vault, right? The collection that gets not touched. Okay, so of Days Old, this is from my collection, and then this is the brand new one. So these two are shimmers, but they're different. Look at these. Like, it glows, y'all. So pretty. So I just love, for me, I think if you put these collections together, it's just like, bam. You got all of the stuffs. Oops, not me switching the wrong ones. And just for reference, if anybody's like, I don't want to get them confused, you won't. So my collection from last year has the white in Power, and the new collection has black writing, Electric Tangerine. So I think that this gives you the perfect, if you have both of them, the perfect rainbow mixture. But I do want to talk about this color. I'm going to quickly switch out the hands so you guys can see it for the ones that are just joining. Barbie Land, this pink is one of the brightest pinks I've ever seen in my life. It is so bright. The camera can't even cope. Let me quickly put it on the hand so you guys can see. It's just so beautiful. So let me quickly move the Neon Unity here. So right before I move this is the Zesty. I'm just going to pop these out and show you Barbie Land because, oh my gosh. And if this was like out when the Barbie movie came out, I think this specific color would have sold out instantly. All we need is Margot Robbie to wear it, right? And then that's it. 1,000,000 bottles sold. Okay, so I introduce you to Barbie Land. Barbie. Look at this. I already got my collection for this month, but praying my rep will send me last year's. Yes, send a message, honey. Say that you want to, you know, shine light on a previous collection and mix it with the new one. Isn't this so bright? Oof. She's just gorgeous. As I like to say, Floris Doris Gorgialis. I don't know, I came up with that when I was 6 years old and I thought it was the coolest thing to say. If I wanted to say something was gorgeous, it's all the Floris Gorgeous Dorialis. Okay. So I think that's it for today. It's like I'm in, yeah, it will be really good. And you feel like you can shed light on that collection. And then also with the new, kind of give a little mixy, if you will. And they're so beautiful together, both Neon Unity and Neon Wave. It's just a match made in heaven. And also, you have to have my collection. You can't hurt my feelings. You have to have it. So just closing out this show. Thank you guys so much for being here and spreading your love, especially during Pride Month. Love, visibility, just sharing stories is so important. I'm not a punk girly, but I'm in love with the shimmer. Right? Oh my gosh, the Raspberry Kiss, this one? I just want to like bathe in this bottle if I could. Also, excuse my Manny, it's definitely growing, but this is the Mermaid Builder Gel. I'm in love with it. Oh, happy Pride. Thank you so much, beautiful. Meant the world that you guys could come in. I did have my ribbon for loved ones that have both passed and are here. Honestly, in the queer community, we have to be very resilient because sadly this world is filled with so much hate. So I think it's important to shine light and love and be there for one another, no matter what. You guys are absolute angels. You have made today's stream so special. I am going to be back for some character art lives and some special dedicated MG tutorials because there is so much more that we've got cooking. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'm sending all of the squishes. Let me see if I have my charm symbol anywhere I can grab. I just see a bunch of butterflies. Where's my symbol? There we go. Whew. This charm sister. She's out. I love you guys so much. Thank you, pretty little nails, for coming in. And make sure, sisters, that you're following one another. We're a very strong community, and we're stronger together. Pretty little nails, the butterfly, sugared eclipse, flawless unique nails, Yashmit, scroll. Sorry, bear with me. Boundary Rugworks, Happy Always, Tara Nicole, scroll. Hey Girl Nails. I almost called her Heavenly Nails. You could be heavenly too. Nazima, thank you. She was here. It's like 3 a.m. for her. Millie DK, our Danish girl. Scroll. I just want to make sure I get everyone. Dana, August Nails, Miss Lisa, Gina Marie. Oh my gosh, we had so many nail sisters here today. I think that's everybody. Thank you guys for making today's live so very special. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Please make sure you have your notification bells on, and I'm going to have a poll coming up very soon so that we can go through some characters and do some special lives. I love you guys. See you soon. Happy Pride. And remember, be kind to one another. It's hard out there. Love you guys.